I think elephants is obviously the ultimate in terms of, how grand they are, but also their incredible intelligence, and you experience seeing emotions that they display. You can really sort of see how they're cooperating and feeling and working with each other. It's just a magical part to witness. Even after 25 years, I'm seeing behaviours that are still new to me at times because they have so much to express. Being able to just watch them behave as elephants, it's just always been exciting to work with something so magnificent.
After years of planning, the moment finally arrived. It was time to move the herd of 9 elephants to Werribee Open Range Zoo. Melbourne Zoo was ready to say goodbye to the elephants. With a new habitat at Werribee ready and waiting. Even with the meticulous attention to detail, factors beyond the control of the trail team had the potential to derail their best-laid plans. With temperatures during move week expected to hit the mid to high 30s, keepers faced a tough decision. If the heat becomes too much, the move will be delayed for the elephants' welfare. Rain or strong winds would also put a halt to the plan. But perhaps the biggest factor is the elephants themselves. If they're stressed or uncomfortable in the crates, the move will be postponed.
Trunk down.
The herd will travel in 3 groups over several days. Luk Chai will go first, followed by the family group of Namoi, Kati and Kulab. Finally, Mali, Royim, Dokun, Ayara and Mekapa will be the last to leave Melbourne Zoo, marking the end of over 160 years of elephants at the zoo. This will be the largest elephant relocation in Australian history.
The laneway gates are set and secure. We're ready to receive the herd in Habitat 1. Whenever you're ready. They're heading your way.
Copy.
Habitat 2 to Habitat 1.
Go ahead.
The cow barn is secure and the isolated box.
The big day had finally arrived. Luk Chai would be the first elephant to make the move to Werribee Open Range Zoo. With hot conditions forecast, the team had to move quickly, but with Lucy leading the charge, they were ready for one of the biggest weeks of their career. Luk Chai had worked well with keepers in preparation for the move, but as usual, the decision to step into the crate rested solely on his big shoulders. Luk Chai moved into the crate with ease and settled quickly. With that, the crew swung into action. Cranes, trucks, keepers, vets and zoo staff worked in perfect sync. This wasn't just any move, it was a carefully orchestrated operation. Keepers and vets monitored Look Chai with remote cameras to make sure he was as comfortable as possible.
It's so nice and calm.
So Look Chai's done so well. He trained really well for Chris and the other trainers, and he secured really quickly. So it's actually gone so smoothly, and he's travelled really well. He's now eating again, and he's currently getting his aircon hooked up, ready for his transport. So on the iPad we can see a camera in there to see if he's coping and if we need to give him any extra attention. And then on top of that we also have a temperature gauge so we can see how warm it is. And we're looking forward to the aircon being hooked up because we'll start to see the temperature drop a little bit and keep him nice and cool for his travel.
Good job. Well done.
With Look Chai relaxed in the crate, there was one last chance for a few tears and a group photo. And then Look Chai was off. And just like that, he arrived. New barn, new home, new adventure.
Look, Chai, look. Let's go, move up. Woo, look, Chai, move up. Good job.
Bull Look Chai would live mostly apart from the rest of the herd, as elephants do in the wild, occasionally having social sessions to interact with the rest of the herd.
Look Chai is out here. He's done so well. We're so pleased with how positive it's been. We've still got 8 to go, but he has just been a dream, and we're so glad that he's come out here safely.
It didn't take long before he was exploring his new surroundings. First stop, the giant pool and mud wallow, his new favourite spot. With Lukchai's move a success, the team prepared for the next challenge, moving 8 elephants over 2 days. First up, Lamoy, Kati and Kulab. The crates were designed so the calves could share them with their mum, giving the ability to safely touch and see each other during the move. Kati had to go in first so her mum could go in after her. If the little one didn't enter, neither could her mum. 2-year-old Kati had been reactive in previous training sessions, so the team were understandably nervous. Keepers watched on anxiously from the staff room as Kati entered and quickly exited the crate several times.
Closing back doors. Oh my god. That was epic. Wow. Oh my god. Incredible.
Finally, after some tense moments, Kati went in, followed by her mum Namoy, with Kulab in the second crate. The trio was secured and the second convoy was underway.
Well done, guys. So good.
You guys.
Build her up when you get there. And she's trusting you. She's actually trusting you. Alright? Go. I'll see you at Werribee. We're really happy because we're heading to Werribee now with 3 precious elephants. It was always going to get more complex with each transport because we started with 1, we've got 3 today, and then we've got 5 for the next one. So there's a lot more dynamics to manage, but they're in there and they're safe and they're calm. We always knew this one was going to be really delicate because Kati coming into that front area has been touch and go at times throughout this whole process. Everyone around was really careful about their movements and having her in there, and it didn't go according to plan, but that's okay because we always have a plan A, B, C, D, and in the moment we're able to pivot. It was a wild ride at a certain point in terms of all the changes that were happening and managing all of that, but they're off to a better life and we're really excited about that.
When they arrived at Werribee, Namoy, Kati and Kulab stepped confidently into their new home.
Namoy. Let's go.
For the keepers and vets, it was a moment years in the making.
I was like, keep it together. We've got to get through this.
It wouldn't be long, though, before the entire herd was reunited.
Good girl, Naomi.
This was the final chapter for elephants at Melbourne Zoo, the last move. Dokun, Ayara, Mali, Royim and Mekkapa were the final elephants to leave the zoo. It was a day of excitement, but also a bit of sadness. The elephants weren't the only ones saying goodbye to Melbourne. The trail team were too.
Got this. Let's get them on the road. Get out of here. Everyone to the front. Go to the front.
Smoothly and efficiently, all 5 elephants entered their crates. For Erin and Lucy, this was the moment their years of hard work paid off. With all the elephants loaded, the final leg of the journey began. For keepers Phil and Jess, however, a few important jobs remained at Melbourne. Locking up the trail precinct and saying one final goodbye to Melbourne Zoo.
Are we doing it, Phil? We won't have too much time, I don't reckon, in terms of other people flooding in. So.
Yeah, that's right. So we'll do I'll do the serious stuff and maybe a couple of silly things, and
yeah,
you can chuck a silly thing.
Trail to base.
Go ahead.
Hi base, Jess and Phil here, checking out the trail for the last time. Habitats are secure and the elephants are on the way to Werribee. On a lighter note, Trail FM checking out for the last time and the isolator is on.
Goodbye, good luck! So
good.
Meanwhile, in Werribee, the last 3 crates arrived. All 5 elephants were safely moved into their new home.
Well done, Big Mama.
The herd was back together in their massive new barn, ready to explore. The next day, the elephants began their adventure, exploring the first of 6 new habitats.
We couldn't be more thrilled with how this herd has settled into the new home. We're only on the first day of letting them explore a habitat, and they're already doing all these incredible behaviours that we only hope to see with elephants. They're just behaving like elephants. They're walking as a herd with purpose. But we've got a 52-year-old female who is showing these leadership qualities that has just come out today, that she has a reason to lead this herd, and it's into this brave new world, and they're following her and they're seeking comfort in each other, and they're playing. They're just day one is all we could hope for. They're thriving, and that's what we've done this for. I've never worked with such an incredible team, with the passion and dedication and the skill and their commitment, just everything that you just aspire that you'd be around, and to see the team of people enjoying watching the elephants. It's everything to me. Seeing elephants happy, this team of people happy, it's a full circle, but it's their work, and it's been a lot of hard work, and now we get to stand back and watch these animals move across the landscape that's been years in the making. And yeah, there's a lot of tears, there's a lot of joy, and yeah, it's just become this moment we can all share together. And yeah, we're on an amazing journey, and we just get to be in the front seat to watch.
My favourite time is actually watching them at the end of the day when we're about to leave for the end of the night, and they're out there doing elephant things, so interacting with each other and behaving as elephants, you know, we would see naturally in the wild. And I just think, how lucky am I to have this privilege to work with them, and for this long. I've been with them now for 17 years, and the fact I get to see them move out to Werribee, it will be, along with Marley's birth, will be another career highlight for me that will be very hard to top, I think, in my career, because this is a once in a lifetime opportunity to move a herd to a purpose-built facility based for a natural breeding herd, matriarchal society with a roaming bull. This is something that is once in a lifetime material, and I really look forward to the day that I do it. I'm a little bit nervous too, there's a lot of work to do, but no doubt I can imagine that moment over and over again when we get to see them walking out in their habitat for the first time, and I think we did it.
And that's the incredible story of the elephant move. A monumental moment in Zoos Victoria's history. A fresh start, a new adventure, and a bright future for these magnificent animals.